Ni hao, daja. Wow, camera's not doing too hot. Mother puss bucket. Did I just make a Ghostbusters reference? Yes, I did. Okay. Welcome to our second gym. If you cannot tell, and I wouldn't be surprised because the camera is being a screwball right now, this is a bug-type gym, which is why I said teaching Rock Tomb to Ekans is a smart move. If I could get the camera to work, that'd be great. There we go! You've come all this way, crossing the web like a bug Pokemon. Yes, that's right. The internet is a vast expanse of data. Oh. Oh god, I hate this gym. I hate this gym so much. The first couple of trainers... No, not really. Right. I know. I hate being interrupted. Anyway, but as I've said, this is a very good gym, and I recommend teaching a good flying type move to physical attack to a couple of certain Pokemon. You could have caught a Spearow that already has Peck. You could have taught Pidgey Gust by now. I think it might have even learned Wing Attack. I don't know. I'm not going to check at the moment. But, yeah. So, Rock, Fire, and Flying moves will be very good in this gym. So, if you chose Cyndaquil at the start of the game, which I kinda hope you did because that's actually the smartest starter choice in the game. If you chose Cyndaquil, you are in for a overall easy gym fight. You will have some issues, though. So I'm going to probably put Hexus, like, through the roof in this, just so I can survive easily. Because this gym can be incredibly evil, especially the gym leader's Pokemon. Why? You shall soon see. Because I intend to tackle all gyms in one segment. Whereas most people tackle all the gym trainers, and then they tackle the actual gym battle in a second fight. At least that's what I've observed. I could be totally wrong on that. Of course, it could just be I'm not paying attention, my memory is failing me, or a number of other things. They're all likely, because that's kind of how bad I fail. Anyway, that guy just has a Weedle and a Caterpie. Both of them are actually version-specific Pokemon. I think I may have already said that, but you can only find Caterpie normally in Heart Gold, and you can only find Weedle normally in Soul Silver. Of course, if you do the bug catching contest, you can find them both. The actual path you're supposed to take is this one. Yes, the one on the far left. I almost said right because my mouth does not want to agree with me at the moment. And you think, okay, switch, must flip. Guess what? You can't escape this guy. Even though you probably expected that. Bug Pokemon evolve young, so they get stronger that much faster. That's not really true. The longer Pokemon stay in development, generally the stronger they are. For instance, take Dragonite, because that is a well-known pseudo-legendary Pokemon. And the reason it's called a pseudo-legendary is because it has ridiculously high stat totals like a legendary Pokemon. There are so far 6 total. There's been at least one from each generation. Hoenn actually introduced 2. Why? I do not know. There's going to be a third, I'm sure, because every generation has introduced one. Of course, they could just not do one this upcoming generation, just to balance it out. Regardless, this guy has Weedle, Kakuna, and his last Pokemon is Beedrill. So if you ever wanted to see the entire evolutionary line, here's your chance. I don't know if his lineup changes between versions. It wouldn't surprise me any. But if you wanted to see Beedrill or Butterfree, depending on your version, or if you want to see Beedrill period, this will be your chance. I don't know if you actually get to fight Butterfree in the other version as opposed to Soul Silver. I've never played Heart Gold. There are 2 reasons for me not playing Heart Gold. One, Gligar is kind of off limits to me. I would never use it under normal circumstances, but it's still kind of an off limits Pokemon. The second reason is a Pokemon that I'm still going to see in this gym, and it's going to drive me insane because I hate the Pokemon so much. You thought my ragging on Pikachu was bad? I just rag on it because it's not all that powerful in comparison to a lot of other Pokemon. Except for Sunkern. Nothing is weaker than a Sunkern. Even a Magikarp is stronger than a Sunkern. And why am I talking about that? This is not the time for that. This is not the time to use that. But there are Pokemon I actually hate more than Pikachu. One of them is in this gym. The other was introduced in Gen 5. And it's really the entire evolutionary line because of what it's based off of. And we will get to that in a bit because I have to go heal up. I'm down to 1 power point on Rock Tomb and I'm going to need it severely. Yeah. But another good example is a Pokemon that's not pseudo-legendary, because generally pseudo-legendary Pokemon have 3 evolutionary stages. But the other one that it takes ridiculously long time to evolve, that has ungodly stats, is the Pokemon Volcarona. Bug Fire type, it's the most useful bug type Pokemon of all. Next to Genesect, which is a legendary. Only legendary bug type there is. Also, introduced in the same generation. Inconveniently. That is a Wi-Fi event legendary, so your best bet is to get a Volcarona. And why is it so useful? It's one of the only 2 bug types who are capable of using Fly, which sucks because Volcarona has a better special attack than attack. Yeah. Don't know why they did that. They gave a Pokemon the ability to learn Fly, and they totally killed its attack stat. Game, why you know makes sense. Anyway. So let's head back to the back of the Let's go back to the back of the taxi cab in a movie called Saturday Night Fever. No. Anyway. So, throw the first switch. Let's see if I can get the camera to work. No, there we go. Uh-oh. That may not have been intelligent. You saved all the Slowpoke? Whew, you're mighty. But my grunt Pokemon are pretty tough too. Ooh, I'm so terrified. What do you have? A Potus. How frightening. Okay, Paris is supposed to be an incredibly creepy Pokemon because when it evolves, the mushroom on its back controls it. That's not terrifying. I mean, it's a little weird. But it's not terrifying, it's not really that creepy, as a matter of fact. It just means that the mushroom grew into its brain. And that happens. That happens. You know, like the spores got inside its skull somehow. Not skull, but you know what I mean. Hexus! If this happens one more time, I'm putting a counter in. Okay. That only applies if it actually happens 3 times in a row. You'll probably have seen, maybe 4 or 5 by now on it. if I actually do mess up more than 3 times with that. And somehow I wouldn't be surprised if that actually happens. Because my luck is just, you know, it's that bad. Alright, so now Hexus is at a higher level than anyone else on the team. Now is not the time to switch Pokemon because the Gym Leader's strongest Pokemon is at level 17. And while it's doubly weak to Rock Tomb is not that strong of an attack, even though Hexus is a really good attacker. Let me have it. Okay. I'll give you one guess as to which Pokemon is my issue here. I'll give you a hint. Ladybug actually appears in this version. Yes, I am terrified of spiders. Please don't use that against me. I don't like it when people do that. Alright. Too bad this isn't Rock Slide. I'd hit them both. But Spinarak is an incredibly ugly Pokemon by my standards. I mean, it's got a face on its back and everything, and you can tell it's supposed to be a spider. I mean, it's a string shot Pokemon and everything. I mean, it's gotta move spiders, bud. That's actually its signature move. Don't tell me it's not based on a spider. Ugh. I hate these things so much. But regardless, Hexus! What is that? That's me failing. That's not a difficult battle. But Spinarak, Ariados, and then Joltik and Galvantula. They are Pokemon you'll never see me use. If I don't freak out every time I see them, I will complain. A lot. I don't like those Pokemon. And you probably saw that switch and thought I was going to flip it. Nope, I gotta go back and heal up first.